messages everyone should embody and manifest. We have a reshuffled organizational leadership throughout the world with True Mothers, not just a direction, but due to her wish to have the best performance you can achieve, even if parents' goal, ideals, and will. We pray for this success. We also pray for our heavenly Philippines to also achieve and offer a good performance. And we pray that things will be much better. And we start this early stage, early morning, our devotion and our attendance to you. We pray for True Mother's best of health, her protection, and the longevity of her health and life. We pray that everyone too would offer their yojong, attendance, and renewed dedication. All these I report and pray to you in my name, Alan and Jimmy Cadano of the Central Family. Aju.
Aju, thank you so much, Kuya Alan Kadano Shawa from Japan. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, brothers and sisters, YouTube family.
Good morning.
Welcome, Tita Mona and Tita Nelia. Good morning, everyone. And now, please prepare our heart, our mind to receive this inspiration for our education department. Please help me to welcome Sir Randy Ame. Thank you so much. Begin, everyone.
Hello po, good morning to everybody. Can you hear me po?
Yes po. Good morning po.
Parang hindi nagpapakita na may audio ako.
Clear po.
Okay, so yeah, we miss each other, no? Tagal na, it's been a long, parang ang tagal ng panahon.
Opo.
So anyway, as we continue our commitment to really share God's heart and true parents' heart with each other, let me share my screen. Oops. Okay, can you see my screen po?
Yeah, very clearly.
Yes
Okay.
po.
Thank you very much. So this is a how do you call that? This is one of the special presentation that we're giving to all brothers and sisters who are starting family. Okay, guidance after the blessing that they have to receive in order to create our community to really be working together and helping each other, centering on the BFD or the Blessed Family Department. So this is entitled Commit to Grow and Mature Together by Building Relationship. Okay. So let's begin to learn together and understand more especially our portion of responsibility. Okay. So the blessing may not seem to be good in the beginning, but it is ideal for the future and our descendants. So that's the purpose of the blessing. And that is the direction of the blessing. It is not for us, but it is for our future descendants. That's why, in order for us to set this pattern and lay the the foundation for the victory for the establishment of this better future. Father gave us a very good guidance. Father said, do not complain before you have lived together. Okay. For at least 3 years. Who can assert that the president of the world will not be born through the man who you don't like? Those who endure receive heavenly fortune. That is the guidance of True Father, March 27, 1986. Okay. This is a guidance to the blessed couple. Okay. So Father said, in the beginning for a couple is we have just to endure for 3 years. Okay. Endure for 3 years to overcome the differences of man and woman, husband and wife, and most especially everything within us. And we have not to complain. And this is also the direct guidance of true father to true mother after they receive the blessing. Just Father said, just unite with me. If I may not know, I may don't know everything what I say, but think that this is a command, this is a request from heaven. Okay. So likewise with us, as a blessed couple, as a blessed husband and wife, we have to do this. We have to try, and not to try, but to make it as this beginning point of our relationship. Okay. Or if we already started a relationship, we have to make it into a point that we have to do it. Okay, together as a husband and wife. Sabi nga ni Father, 3 years. Okay. Oops. Why we have to do that? Okay. Because we all know that our blessing, the marriage blessing that we have received, is the very purpose is to resemble God. And when we talk about God, God is unique, absolute, unchanging, and eternal. Adyo po? That's why we have to think that the love that we receive, the blessing that we receive, the marriage that we receive from God, it is the extension or it is the substantialization of the personality of God. That we are unique, absolute, unchanging, and eternal. We are the substantial manifestation of God here on earth. Okay. So in order for us to do this, okay, we have to practice a good rules of our relationship together. Okay. Sabi nga nito, 8 rules for a happy relationship. What are the different rules that we have to set as a couple? Okay. So number one that we have to do is this one. Both should not get angry at the same time. Okay. What does it mean to say both should not get angry at the same time? It means that we have to focus on learning from our differences. Learning to accept the difference of each other and devote in building relationship together. Yeah. That's why uh, mother said, our true mother said, we marry in order to resemble God. God exists as a being of dual characteristics. Thus, husband and wife together reflect the original nature of God. Okay. So we have to think that we are the substantial reflection of God. We are the substantial image of God. Okay. So we have to build relationship more than division between the differences of husband and wife. Okay. Second, okay, we have to learn how to forgive and forget and start a new person. What does it mean? Okay. We have to develop the second rule. What's the second rule? Never bring mistake of your past. Okay. Never bring mistake of your past or never open the past. Because sabi nga, past is past and we have to begin a new history. Okay. So when such a painful times arises, the strength of your eternal commitment is our course is important. However, when you feel overwhelmed, it is smart and healthy to get help. If you cannot find the way to resolve your struggle, it is not acceptable to simply withdraw and avoid, drift into non-communication, or seek comfort in unhealthy way. So what is important? It is important to report your situation honestly, not only to a friend, but also to a trusted mentor, counselor, or your local leader. Okay. And we all know that BFD is committed to provide support and guidance that can help and assist you confidentially and professionally. So this is now the status of BFD. We wanted to create an opportunity wherein we could really reach out to each other, create a community of what? Blessed family wherein we could feel that we are one family, supporting and helping each other. Okay. With a confidentiality and professionalism. Okay. And so we have we have not to be confined with the old mistakes that we have. We have to move forward so that we can practice respect. We can respect and practice true love to each other. That's why the third rule is very important. Anong third rule? Sabi niya dito, never yell at each other unless the house is on fire. Okay? You can only yell at your partner if the house is on fire. But if not, sabi nga niya, never yell at each other. Okay? So in this third rule, we have to remember that we are practicing true love and we are developing a model of true parents to our children. That's why in the Blessing and Ideal Family, okay, page number 241, okay, and it can be summarized. Part of the summarization is by the formation of three generation family with God's love, God can dwell on the family level. Through this, an externally existing family ideal is formed and completed. Through the family, we can have God, receive God's love, exhibit God's character, and inherit the subjectivity of God. That's why the heavenly word is mine. God's everything becomes mine. Okay. And also, not only that, but everything God has can be achieved. That's why receiving the blessing is the same thing as inheriting everything from God. We have to remember that we are showing God's character and God's model, not only to our partner, but even to our children. Because our children will learn from us. Not only our direct children, but even our brothers and sisters. They can learn from us. Okay? Does make sense, brothers and sisters? So once we will practice that, once we will make that as our rule in our life, in our relationship, that's the time that we can learn how to give chance to our better half to make it better. And this will allow us to develop the fourth rule so that we could have a happy relationship together. The fourth rule would be if one of you has to win the argument, okay, it is better not to be you who will become the winner, but it is better to let it be your partner. Okay? So why it is important to be like that, most especially in developing or building relationship together. Okay. So we have to remember that we are blessed to liberate our ancestors, and the reason why we have this is we are to restore the past. And the same book, Blessed Family and Ideal Kingdom, it says there that the human ancestor fell, and a man and a woman were chased out of the Garden of Eden. Therefore, the husband and wife must triumph over the situation. Because man and woman met wrongly and were chased out, man and woman must do well and must work to restore everything. Our Unification Church blessing is making the foundation for this. We are the beginning point of a new history and a new tradition of relationship. New history, new tradition, and also what? It is a new beginning of a new pattern of relationship. And that is the blessing that we receive from our true parents. Okay. And once we will embody this, practice this, okay, that's the time that we can practice humility and ready to receive and give love to each other. And this will lead us towards the fifth rule. When you have done something wrong, get ready to admit it and ask for forgiveness. We have to be ready to ask and seek forgiveness. Okay. That's why Father said that we have to think that we are starting a new model of the future. Okay? And ano yung guidance ni Father sa atin dito? Okay, Father said, in order to make God abide in us forever, we must make Satan surrender. And through the marriage blessings, Satan cannot interfere. We must become the eternal and unchanging self and inherit the standard and victory that true parents have accomplished. That's why our blessing is eternal jewel. Okay? Our blessing is eternal jewel. It is forever. That's why our commitment when we receive the blessing is it's not only till death do us part, but the life after death do us part and become the representative of God and the image of God in front of the family of God. Adyo po ba? And once we will always think about that, okay, we can always become and we can be our perfection. We can be perfected with each other because our perfection depends on our harmonious relationship, not on others' comment. Okay, how we could build and how we invest to build our relationship. That's why it's really important that we can. The sixth rule is neglect the whole world rather than neglect each other. Okay, because the basis of our relationship is not from whom? From the comment of other people, but it is from between building our relationship together as a good husband and wife. That's why we have to think that each other is very precious, that we cannot neglect, and we have to nurture and protect each other. That's why we should always remember that until now, okay, we all know that marriage was centered on individual self. But we all know that our blessing is holy and the purpose is to make God happy, not only for us to be happy. And our marriage blessing is to liberate God's grief. So until today, we have not yet made the absolute connection with true parents. In order to make that connection, this is true. We can make that connection through the blessing that we receive. Through the blessing, we can reach the heart of God and become one with God. If we are one with God, we can become completely the whole image of God. Okay? That's why the image of God is not only man, it's not only woman, but it is the unity and harmony of man and woman. That's the time that we can become the complete image of God. That's why man needs woman and woman needs man. And the substantialization of that is when we receive the blessing that comes from God through our true parents. And we are the beginning point of a new history because since Adam and Eve fell, no one received the blessing directly from God. Only after the true parents receive the blessing of God, that's the beginning point wherein God can start to claim, okay, the marriages that Satan claimed in the very beginning. So once we'll practice this, once we'll embody this, okay, that's the time that we can resolve the disagreement as soon as possible. And that's also the time that we receive true love and embrace and kiss each other as the image and the representative of God. Because the seventh rule is never go to sleep with an argument unsettled. Before we sleep, everything should be resolved. Everything should be settled. Most especially if there is a misunderstanding or disagreement between each other. Okay. So we have to remember that self-centered thinking will destroy not only you, but even your relationship with our partner. We have to remember that this is the very serious problem that each couple is experiencing, not only within the blessed family circle, but even outside. This is the reason why many relationship outside is being destroyed. What's the reason? It is because of self-centered thinking. And this will lead towards separation and divorce, leading the family to ruin and leading towards the destruction of the family. That's why in order to compensate each other, it is important that we have to appreciate, learn to have how to appreciate small things that is the expression of true love and always practice a lifestyle of living for the sake of others. And this will goes with the eighth rule in order for us to complete or better our relationship together. Try to compliment at least once every day to your partner. Learn how to give compliment. Practice compliment, giving compliment. Even just small things, we have to learn how to give compliment because that is practicing how to overcome our differences together and practicing living for the sake of each other more than our individual judgment to each other. So with this, my dear brothers and sisters, elders, I know you have been we have been a lot already. Why don't we start all over again? Why don't we work it out together and resolve and start to build a healthy and good relationship together so that we could establish what we call harmonious relationship to become a good model to our family, to our children, and also to the next generation. Right? So centering on the blessing, it is important that we have always to read because the compilation of all the speeches of True Father regarding how we could build our family is being written already in a textbook that is entitled Blessing an Ideal Family, the book 1 and the book 2. Lahat ng kailangan natin is nandoon. The only thing that we needed is read it and constantly apply and practice it so that we could establish a family that is what what is said to be claimed by God and to become a new beginning of a new relationship, a new model, and most especially a new era of a family. So I hope that with that po, at least we could learn something from it, and we could uh, how do you call that? We could do something so that we could create a better future, not only for us, but it is preparation for our next generation. Good morning to everybody po.
Thank you so much, Sir Randy. Big hand, everyone. Only for of us here. And good morning again to the YouTube family. Hi, hello, brothers and sisters. Please share and collect like. Thank you so much, Sir Randy. Again, big hand. And that's a short message, but very deep reflections. Yeah, deep explanation about the blessing, how important our blessing. Yes, that's true. This stages is I really I get and I note the this eight eight rules for happy relationship. Yes, that's why may I call because only four of us here. May I request the Titan Mona? Hi, hello. Still there? Oh no, five. Good morning, Tita Tere.
Hello.
Morning.
Yes, Tita Muna, welcome. Please share and reflect what you get from our education BFD lecture. Cindy.
So now, so as True Father said about, actually I had been reading this. Yeah, there are actually eight basic that we should basic points that we have to practice as a couple. And I can really testify that it's really the first stages is very, very, very difficult, especially for the international couples, understanding its cultures and the individuals' characters and attitude. But as time goes on, well, centering upon true parents, centering upon true principle, everything would really change because you really be able to learn to value, you're able to develop the relationship through centering on true love. So I could not what we call it one. I could not compare myself to the family who have children because I could not really feel the presence of the children within the family because I don't have. And then we're only two of us only living together, so our relationship was really centered on us, on both of us only. But of course, I have a family outside. I have relatives, but of course, developing the heart into is a motherhood and a parentalhood. I could say it's still it's quiet, far from those who have children. But overcoming relationship as husband and wife, I could really say that we were able to value it. And well, taking care of spiritual children as our own children. This really have, it's also giving us a chance to develop ourselves, develop our love. What? So I, as of now, this was the only thing I can share. But this ito lang. These are all I can share for the moment. That's all.
Yeah. Yes, thank you so much, Tita Mona. Big hand, everyone. Very appreciated. Yes, although short, but you very exciting to share what your experience and what you get from our education BFD from our lecturer, Sir Randy. Yes, thank you so much again, Tita Mona. Please welcome again here the next third Sunday. And now, next to give a share and reflections. May I request Tita Tere, good morning. How are you? Welcome. Thank you so much.
Sorry po, bumalik ako natulog. Ito na
Okay po.
malayo.
Yes, Tita.
Just get in. Hindi ko po narinig. Sa review na lang po sa ano niya. PPT. Ano yung topic ni Sir Randy? Sorry po, hindi ko pa po na ano. Good morning.
About ano po, 8 roles. 8 roles. Happy relationship po.
Sister Emily.
Morning po.
I just regarding the topic also. This is a great thing that we need to. The first mission that we have is our family, actually, to really establish an ideal family. Yan yung
Okay. Can I
Yes,
share
Tita.
first?
Cannot hear you. Tita, hello.
Okay. Can I share first so that
Yes.
Mr.
Yes po,
Tere
go
can
ahead po. Thank
have
you
a
po,
time to
Kuya Alan.
review it? Okay.
Okay. Okay po.
The topic is very, very good, more particularly for
so commitment to
the
grow and mature together by building relationships.
Okay. I think she's trying to. Okay. Can I continue?
Yes, Kuya, go ahead po. Later po si Tita Tere po sa signal. Okay,
Okay.
thank you po.
As of this time, we are building or making the Blessed Family Educational Ministry from the 0 year of starting a family up to the 60th or more of years of their togetherness. And it was mentioned that the very first 3 years, wow, there should be no argument, no yelling. And of course, for everyone who will be starting their family, it's a honeymoon year, the first year. But not that always. Because even after the blessing, they cannot consummate immediately. They still have to have some conditions, some arrangements. But it is so ideal now if we have it this time that we are in the Chunyuguk era. Because at the very start, not only on our own family, that we can also take into consideration. Well, we have our heavenly tribal Messiah, and before we don't take a look on that, we only take a look on our three spiritual children. And of course, we know that having three spiritual children is a stepping stone for us to also take care of our adult children. It is a training of being parent on the Cain side, and later a training to have your own children, train them, take care of them after the blessing. So in that level, you already have been a parent. We're being a parent to your Cain children and Abel children. But we don't exactly know about family, society, nation, and world, and how it will really be constructed. We only know that about blessing, we can have you and your wife and the children. To extend it from the family level to the community level, it was not that so clear for us to really have a community, a blessed community. But it is there in the principle of creation. The thing is, we don't exactly know the method, the strategy, but we know why. It's on the second blessing. At this time, as blessed couple, even the newly blessed one, I myself, I advise them to take a look and consider already where they will stay together, stay for good, that they can also take care of their own tribe as heavenly tribal Messiah. It was given to us by true Father, by true parents, to be tribal Messiah. If you could remember last July 2012, before true Father ascended, he was shouting several times, go back to your hometown, be a tribal Messiah. I think more or less 50 times he shouted on that during our Hondoke in Chongpyeong. But here we are, the newly blessed couples. They are maybe thinking about where they will stay, the wife's side, the husband's side, or for those international couple, where they will stay together. And I always just tell them, stay with your husband's nation, because that is your mission country. But we still don't know that HTM is our ultimate mission. Reverend Dunkley mentioned that Asia is the Mecca of HTM. And I was so moved about that particular particularly in the Philippines, that it has most or the highest number of chunbo. So the couples should not just consider between themselves as husband and wife. Of course, the lecture, the messages given this morning is very, very nice and clear between husband and wife. I have read this book maybe one or twice, but I cannot easily remember all those things. Maybe within 3 years, I can't remember if we yell between each other. Maybe, but in the first 10 years, we have our 5 children. Maybe we enjoy our conjugal relationship more on that time. But there are, of course, arguments. But dealing with the struggling relationship between each other, we always forget all those things. Do not yell, do not argue between each other. And even this time also, these are very, very real in our relationship. More when I was kidnapped from Philippines to here in Japan. I say kidnapped because it was not planned. It was a strategy that my wife and her spiritual parents did in order for me to come here in Japan. But anyway, that's our past. Again, going back to the relationship between husband and wife, in particular those newly blessed, I strongly say to them, even yesterday, the other day, they have to stay together in one particular nation where they will have their STM because they have to take care, they will be taking care of their 430 or even focus to their 43 blessed central family. And this is a very great challenge to me. Even if I am a chunbo, I feel so guilty. I cannot take care or educate all these tribal members. But it was after May 9 when the Chunil group leaders were called by True Mother. And when True Mother really hears the reports from the Chunil group leaders, she did cry and cry and cry because with those number of blessed central families, we cannot influence South Korea to really reunify, embrace North Koreans, and substantially establish the Chunil group nation. So there was a new setup. There's a new setup of organization. Mother compressed the leadership within and among nations. In Korea, with 6 regions, it's compressed with only one leader. All regions is under one leader, national leader. Also here in Japan, 5 regions, but one remaining now is the national president. All of the local regions, leaders last Sunday said, we are all the same as the central family. I am not the central figure. I am not the leader. So we are on the same level. So on this fellowship, we are here together as blessed couple in all nations, in all continents, even Reverend Dunkley. Oh, I saw that when he gave his farewell speech and induction speech, and also with Dr. Young. I think Reverend Hori will be giving his induction speech in next week, perhaps. But again, in our blessed couple, it is a really big challenge. I don't consider it as a problem, but a big challenge because even Chunbo, and not only Chunbo challenge, they should really consider the place where they can establish their holy community. Of course, we know it will start from us in our family. So, my dear sister, you don't have an adult child, don't worry about it. You have 430 children, blessed family, blessed couple. You can invoke your heart and really be parent to them. I cannot leave my family here in Japan, although my 430 are there in Japan. I mean, in the Philippines. Some are in Korea, in Thailand, in America, and also here in Japan. But I've been thinking how I can compress everyone to one community, one barangay, and establish a holy community. But I cannot resolve it now. They're all scattered. It's not really my mistake, and I don't wash my hands because it is there. Let me say it's already given. Because as of our time, we do not know that we should be helping each other to be in one community, one barangay, one village. That's the ideal of being a chunbo, HTM, being a chunsimon or establishing a chunsimon. Wow, how can you create one family, one physical structure where all your 43 or active HTM members would go and pray in your Chongsimon prayer room. But again, it's very, very true. The message today is very, very true between husband and wife. It's so ideal, but it also points to those challenges. Your father mentioned the reality even before the members have been blessed. The true father had seen already what will happen after receiving the blessing. True mother had been in suffering for 7 years after the blessing. But in this message, today's message, do not yell, do not argue, even on your first 3 years. On our first year, our argument is where to stay together. And I really insist it should be in the Philippines. It's our mission country. But my wife said we should be staying together, start our family together in Japan, there in Japan, here in Japan. That was our first argument. But it should be like that. My wife stayed in the Philippines for 10 years. All of our 5 children were made in the Philippines. And it was her sacrifice. This time, I really have to sacrifice. Even offer my profession, my properties, but I cannot offer my wife the 430 blessed or tribal members. It's our ultimate mission. There are several of them are in very far places all around the globe. But again, this is it. Blessed are those newly blessed because they can also study it, not only on their togetherness, not only on their economic future, but they have to consider being an HTA and where they can do their tribal mission. And that's now the reality of the international couples. Easy to have tribal members in the Philippines. You cannot 99% witness here in Japan more this time that there are many persecutions. Even church members are already stepping back from the church. And we are so sorry, even the second generation are also stepping back out from the church because of this persecution. And how can you witness how you can have 430 tribal members here in Japan? Even Reverend Hori, he has to make it in the Philippines. But I'm trying to go down to my 43. I have the list of 43. But I'm trying my very best. How I can truly declare that my 43 are active and regular members. So in the past days, I was calling my members. Let's offer substantially what true mother, what true parent had cried. Why they cried? Why God cried? Because we have not made our family, our tribe, our nation, the tribal nation, Sunugok nation, substantially. So I went back to the basics. Where are my first three blessed couples, my first 3 spiritual children? I talked with these 3, and then I tried to really shape them, be Chongo challengers. That time we have finished the vertical. That time we have finished the horizontal. We don't have money to do this, do this, do this. So I have to coach them until I could try to gather 12. And the past 3 days, I've been calling to them one by one. And I was so happy. Even last night at 10 o'clock in the evening, one tried to call me. So this is it. We are blessed. 1992. We are 41 years already in our as blessed family. But our problem is the HTL. I think there are more problems in the near future or challenges in the near future. But it's good to listen on this, very first messages for those couples who are to start their family. It's really a good tip of an iceberg for them to really know about all these things. I would like to congratulate everybody who are blessed with same nationality, same citizenship. You have no problems about HTN because of your play, because you are there together. There are no challenges about languages, culture, distances, and it's quite easy to have understanding. The realities mentioned today, yes, it's very true, even until now. On these 41 first years of our togetherness, those challenges mentioned are still in between us. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Kuya Alan. Big hand, everyone. Yes, thank you for your sharing. Very, very deep explanation about the blessing, about the tribal Messiah and the children and also your family. Thank you so much again, Kuya Alan. Big hand, everyone. Thank you so much for. And now, maybe we go back to Tita Tere. Tita, please share and reflect. Thank you so much.
Again, good morning, our heavenly parents. Good morning, Doc Randy, Doc Alan. And welcome, Sister Mona. Thank you, Aimee, for always there to the rescue. Yeah, I'm so busy yesterday going around and even monitoring everything. Aga naman ako nagising kasi maaga rin ako natulog. I wake up at 2:45. Yan nga lang, bumalik ako nakapikit. Ayan, nakaligtaan yung oras. But anyway, the show must go on pa rin tayo. Yeah, very important ang ating ngayon. Very important yung topic kasi it comes from the very core of why we are here, why we receive the blessing. We receive the blessing is because God wanted us to bring back, and true parents wanted us to bring back what was lost. That was lost by Adam and Eve, the ideal family. And that is the main thing that we need to put in our minds, that kahit anong mission natin, family pa rin talaga ang mission natin, because dyan ang starting point of our restoration. Dyan ang starting point din ng tinatawag natin Kingdom of Heaven. So, how could we get out from it? Instead, we need to really face this big responsibility. So for me, almost, I was blessed almost 30 years now, or marapit na magta 30 years. And I've been here also in the movement for so long, I should say. Pero ang nakaukit palagi sa mind ko na bumabalik, especially that before I didn't really wanted to get married because of my family's physical family situation wherein my sisters get married at the age wherein they're very young and they get separated. I saw also their battered wives, and I'm the youngest uh, girl that in the family. Girl. So I promised them that at the time that I don't want to get married. If only my family will be like that. So separado sila lahat. They part ways, and then the children go to they put to I give to our parents, and then both of them will get married again like that. So that is the big history that I have restored. And I said when I come across the lecture on family tree, I was touched with that. That I am the right. I am the person who could liberate or who could break the history of my physical family. So I can really see that I am so victorious on that part, and I even shared to my husband because history repeats. If ever nobody will restore. So I am so thankful and grateful that with a strong determination I could be able to make it through the cooperation of my family, my husband. So I've got 5 kids. Now the 3 of them now are in the matching age, the blessing age. And soon yung isa rin is about also to be in the website. So 5 of them, so isa na lang naiiwan. So bumabalik talaga yung pinaka-great commitment natin, lalo ngayon na ang hirap yung blessing is really a blessing. I really feel so much grateful of the blessing through parents given to us. Namimiss ko palagi pag ma-remind ako sa difficulty of looking for the right partner of our children to continue on this blessing you have received. Bumabalik yung feeling na gusto mo si true parents nandito sa atin talaga. True parents will be the one to match them or to bless them. But anyway, here this our established family we have. This is not by accident. It has been a foundation of so many years of our ancestors. Now we are the right person whom they have chosen to really stand on their behalf. Yeah, if we ourselves, even we are blessed, we have our family, we have our husband, we have our wives. If we don't do our responsibility, then we cannot hide to heaven eh. We don't hide to heaven. Kung may nagagawa tayong hindi maganda, once we are blessed, mag-indemnify at mag-indemnify pa rin. Kaya this kind of commitment we have in our relationship, especially husband and wife, who are blessed, no matter what, yung sabi ko ngayon sa isa kong anak na na-bless na and then nagkasakit yung partner niya, na this is a great challenge na parang yung point na yun na parang even yung partner niya mag-give up na siya, it's because alam niya na very difficult yung sakit niya. Pero what you know, I advised to my daughter, I said, whatever happens, you are blessed. You are blessed, and blessing is not, it's beyond the physical world. So ibig sabihin, ang commitment ng bawat isa, it is not because of external things when we are blessed, but we are blessed beyond this physical world. So no matter what, we need to keep the blessing. That's what I have said to my daughter. Then she was determined really to go to Malaysia, and then take care to really show comfort also to the partner. And then I saw how love can do, how the care of each other can do, how the unity of each other can do. It could surpass everything. So I'm so happy now that they are really happily being growing together. Still pa rin, nakapagbalik pa rin yung brother sa Korea kasi nag-aaral sa Sanmon University. So I've been reflecting that we as blessed couples, we have a very clear path. We have a very clear goal in our blessed life. That is the establishment of ideal family. So if you cannot really understand fully that mission, kasi yun ang sabi ni Doc Alan, and we are also in the team that in the Blessed Family Ministry. It is very important for us really to have a good education system, especially that BFD. Kaya nga ito po, hindi tayo bumibitaw dito sa ating programang ito. It's because this is a very nice avenue for us to be guided and be educated. Sharing together is one way to uplift each other kasi ang buhay natin as blessed family, to establish our own ideal family, is hindi naman lahat smooth eh. There are rough edges or rough moment for us, rocky moments for us. Wherein sometimes we want to give up. Sometimes we question the existence of God. Sometimes we question also yung bakit ako pa, bakit kami pa, bakit ang pamilya ko pa ang nagkakaroon ng difficulty. But you know, sa aking realization when I got through some difficulties during that time, especially when we just started family and give birth to the fifth child. That is the time for us to being challenged na almost walang makain, na we undergo sinabi ko sa na I'm not ashamed to tell that we eat forage oftentimes na nobody knows, but at the time we are home member, and then na-challenge kami ng I don't have work, and then my husband also got sick because of the arthritis na hindi makagalaw yung kamay, paa, like that. But what happened is the unity of the family itself to overcome, because I've been a lecturer also. I've been lecturing about ideal family, and we are, in our neighborhood is our relatives. We cannot say that we are in difficult moment. Why? It's because we are telling ideal, and then how can we educate? How can we guide people if they themselves they can see that we are also in difficult moment? But what happened is we just keep it by ourselves in the family. Even the children are very young, and they said, "Mama, it's good we have lugaw and then asin, one big plate like that, one big plate, and they eat. They happily eat." And then kami, my husband and wife, we never complain. We never said, nobody blame each other because I just give birth and then I just lie down because pakapapanganak ko nga lang, and then mga asawa kong ganun din. And then that is the moment when in the Philippines, very difficult to buy rice. This time, 2008. 2008, yung walang mabiling, walang. So after the tribulation, I could really see that all the difficulties, challenges in our life, here comes, and we were challenged na walang nag-complain, and then they are very happy. Mga anak kong maliliit, nakikita ko sila. And then I could really see how God look at our hearts and ourselves and our thoughts. Doon siya para magbe-base ng blessing. After the tribulation, na employ ako sa DSWD, sa Alan also, na nakuha siya sa hospital, sa public hospital as X-ray technician. And then was challenged then to nagiging buhay na sharings ko na God is looking at us in our mind and our attitude, and then He will finally bless us more. Kaya dito ko na sabi na everything is a blessing. Good or bad situation is always a blessing, depending how we could take it as a family. So why I'm sharing this, it's because dito ang foundation ng family, wherein very strong yung foundation. Na even our children now, they are now in the age wherein they can help now in the Providence. My two children now are in headquarters also, na they are also working. And my son also is in Dumaguete. They're also in the public mission. I can really see how they develop. And then nakikita ko na yung investment before na mas magandang maka-experience ang mga anak natin at the young age ng difficulties, and they come to recognize na ito pala ang mission natin. Ito pala ang pinaka main point. Kaya continuous po itong mission natin sa buhay to establish ideal family, to keep our family also, most especially when I give lecture to the first generation blessing candidates or blessed couples, always emphasizing how important the foundation of a first generation is. Kung walang strong foundation natin as first generation to establish the family, ito nung tuntungan kasi ng mga second generation and the coming generations. Kaya we need to be responsible first generation couple so that we could really give an example to the next generations to come. Kaya opportunities come always, come and go. It depends upon on how we could grab also that opportunity. Kaya I'm so grateful for Sir Randy for almost magto 2 years na po tayo dito. Come and go rin ang tao to come. It depends upon on how you could value your presence here. Sharing together, listening to the lecture, wherein even palagi, alam na natin ang principle, pero once na hindi natin bukit-kitin, in the real life, we cannot give life into it. Hanggang theory na lang ang principle kapag hindi natin isa buhay. So, isa buhay in a way na ang sa ating mga sharings dito, buhay na buhay po tayo. And then we learn from each other. We learn. That's why we are encouraging anyway. We share to all our tribes, yung kay Doc Alan. I'm so happy na kahit na you can really see how weak the body of Doc Alan is. Makita mo talaga yung determination pa rin na to show an example to us that ano pa rin talaga yung commitment niya sa ating ginagawa ngayon. So I salute really Doc Alan for that also, na nagiging living example also sa atin younger ones, na no matter what, we need not to limit ourselves sa ating mga ginagawa dahil lang sa limit. Our spirit really strong and our mind really strong. But if our body is weak, still makakagawa pa rin tayo ng mga bagay na makabuluhan sa buhay natin with our remaining days. So, let's try to really go on and be grateful. Yan lang po yung ko. Always be grateful, good or bad situation, always lead us to a great success in our mission as a central person towards the present, the past, and the future generations we have. So magandang umaga po sa atin pong lahat. I hope that more blessed families could truly attend with us also. Now, if not here in the Zoom, at least man lang, we could share the YouTube. And then they could come also to reflect deep inside. And then they can to realize how important also to have somebody to share with, to have somebody to parang makipag-get tayo sa community na. So once again, thank you so much and good morning po sa lahat po. Thank you po. Maraming salamat.
Yes, thank you so much, Tita Tere. Big hand, everyone. Very appreciated for that reflections and sharings, Tita Tere. Yes, that's true. Everyone is open to share and reflect, and others also, and everyone together, really to get something and to apply our daily life of faith. And also, I really appreciate this lecture from our BFD and to our beloved Sir Randy to deliver this message to commit, grow, and mature together. Yes, for the first, we started the family is, very challenging and very challenged. Every differences each other, husband and wife, man and woman is, we learn each other. It's really, and the first is really fighting, shouting, chill. But later on, because this BFT lecture and also the other group and the women's, we really learn how to be matured. And also, we really learn each other to learn each other differences. Yeah, that's true. That's why we started early. And based to my experience from the start, I joined in the Family Federations for World Peace. I reflect other members, but I think myself maybe soon also I become a family member, and maybe is easy to it's easy to look like a model, or to talk become a model, but very difficult to apply to ourselves. But because this BFD and the other Zoom meeting, I learned how to to um, uh, dahan-dahan na apply sa sarili, kasi we need it's really we need to be matured, especially this time. True Mother very serious about tribal missile, and also True Mother very serious ang ating mission ay is not only to ourselves this education, but we need to expand to other people. Yeah, that's why that tribal messiah. Yeah, that's why I'm very thankful to Sir Randy to deliver this education lecture, because really um, nang matuto, no? Really talaga na marami pa tayong pagkukulang. That's why I'm so happy. No? Kaya minsan, not minsan, all the time, we need this power na i-remind to ourselves na our responsibility is very important as a blessed member, especially husband and wife. Yes, very important this blessing, and all our struggling to our partner, to our as a blessed members, we need to report our victim that every situations. Yes, that's true. That's why honestly, only knows about my situations is only the BFD head. That's why I'm not confused. I'm not difficult that situation, because from the start I joined in the carp, and I close to the elder at the PFD. Is really understand my situations, and really uh, to give me more inspirations to go on forward, to move forward, because we care each other, right? We care each other. That's why uh, this BFD is really big help for me, and maybe also other family members. That's why thank you so much, BFD department, and also to Tita Tulsi, and Sir Randy, and the other staff of the BFD. Again, big hand, everyone. Thank you so much, Tita Tere, for your sharing and reflections. And Kuya Alan and Tita Mona, thank you so much. And now, before to end, please help me to welcome our beloved Sir Randy Aming. Thank you so much. Please, welcome po again. Parang nahang si Sir Randy. Sir Randy, hello po.
Naka-unmute ata siya.
Sir Randy.
Naghang siya.
Okay, internet po tita, no? O, nawala na siya.
Balik
Yan.
naman siya. Balik naman
Opo.
siya. Anyway.
Hello, YouTube family. Good morning. Happy Sunday. June na po tayo ngayon. Ang bilis ng panahon.
Yeah. Thank you for always there, Amy, Sister Amy.
Always welcome po. No problem.
It's good for you. Nasa Pilipinas ka pa?
Yes po. Shh.
Kita-kita tayo.
Tribal Messiah Mission po.
Yeah, that's great.
In the
Yes.
mountain.
In the mountain.
Yes
Punta ka
po.
lang sa center pag may time ka.
Ah,
Pero alam
Okay.
ni brother, ano, Jensen ka, no? Jensen.
Oo, narinig ko tayo sa YouTube eh.
Ayaw. Ayaw.
You forget
Okay.
po.
Kaya nga.
Yeah,
Anyway,
only woman means
I'm just only
group.
happy. I'm just only
Yes.
happy. Welcome sa Philippines. I
Thank you.
are in Japan.
Mission
So,
pa.
Sister Mona, thank you, Sister Mona, for coming.
Yeah.
Sa
Welcome.
Japan
Welcome po
din siya.
na.
Sa Japan din siya.
Yes po.
I see.
Tita Mona is still in Japan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Originally po sa San
Davao
Francisco.
po.
Uy, from same Mindanao.
Mindanao tayo lahat, ha?
Kaya
Oh.
alam mo, dami kong tribe sa Jinsan.
Oh. Welcome to the family Jensen. Yes po.
How I wish na makauwi ako para makapag-mission.
Tribal Messiah.
Yeah.
Yan ang final goal natin, to become Tribal Messiah. Ano,
Yeah, back to the hometown.
hometown talaga tayo. Kaya,
Sister Mona, I'm very open to also talk with you if ever you have something to open up.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry, sir. I would really consult you. I was really thinking, but since I'm still here, I cannot move. Because my concept kasi of laying a tribal messiahship is really on hand. I really want to really develop a relationship with really face to face. So I really want to have that mission because when I was a full-time, I always on the front line, but on business or in fundraising. So I don't have enough time to witness. So I really had that promise on myself that how I want really to have a one-on-one. I really want to really raise my spiritual children by myself. That's what really my wish and my desire to do. So it's easy. I know that if I can just send somebody and then do that one because my tribe are there. But I really want to develop my heart. that's my I really want to develop my heart in a parental way. So I had that in mind. I would really raise my tribe by my own efforts. Of course, I really need lecturers. I really need somebody because I am not on the front line for so many years. So I don't have that ability to give lectures. Maybe I can, but I cannot survive. So I really need help. I really need help. But I really want to have I really want to do on the front line by be with me, something like that one. So that's why I was really thinking of the sooner I can do, the better. So on the process na. So maybe
Face-to-face is really the best method.
Yeah.
But we need not lose this time. We only have 4 years to go.
yeah,
So
I
we
know.
can make use of the technology also.
Yeah, I know that one. But soon. But I really want to, I don't know, but I have this desire to really be on the front line. I miss on the front line for so many years. Oh my gosh, I really lost track. So,
kaya maganda itong itong pinasokan mo ngayon. Community natin. Ano yung apelyido po ng dalaga? Kasi baka
Kweme.
with each other muna.
Kweme.
Iba rin naman si Ate Winnie Kaime, no?
Ay,
Kweme.
iba.
Kweme. Q.
Cueme. Ano man kasi, mostly sa mission ko, nasa Manila. Kaya seldom na akong makapunta ng even sa Davao not even a year since I joined. Na ano lang. Napasa ako kaagad sa Maynila kaya sa Maynila na talaga ako na gano'n. And then, even in Cebu, maybe once lang siguro nakapunta ng Cebu, something like mission, MFT okay, nakapag-MFT naman, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Pero more on my mission talaga nasa Manila, kaya wala ako masyadong. But maybe nagkita tayo, I don't know na. Taga saan ka ba, Teresita?
Locos, but I used to, nasa-assign din ako sa headquarters, sa education department ko noon.
Oh.
Antipolo.
Oh. 1 and 2?
Sa Antipolo to po.
Oh.
Yung time na.
What year?
Back 1997 po. 97.
1997 yun ang pag-alis ko.
Pero I used to stay in Antipolo. In HQ mga 1995. 96.
Oh. So magkita tayo.
I know your Kweme, the word, the Kweme. Piliedo, pero yung kaya nga, parang mafe-feel mo talaga na tumatanda na pala tayo. Parang kailan lang. Yeah. At mo sa Ivy. Parang ang kalabaw lang ang tumatanda. 'Di ba, Doc Alan? So, ito pa rin yung mission talaga natin. Maganda yung sharing ni Doc Alan kahapon about na-awaken ako sa 43 couples namin kasi sa Chombo na Tribal Messiah's mission is really a great and big mission wherein we will be establishing the replica of what true parents have started. That is to establish an ideal community wherein yung sabi mo kanina na you need to have that face-to-face, heart-to-heart, kumbaga, that you need to get involved in the community itself, na hindi lang just to give money and let other people do it for you. Ibang-iba yun siya. Ibang-iba yung nandun ka talaga na you are dealing with people kasi by heart yun siya.
Actually, I got that idea from my nieces. Mga pamangkin ko kasi full-time sila talagang sa frontline before they receive the blessing. Nasa frontline talaga sila. And I was really eager to really push them, something like that one. And of course, I always listen. Since they are in the front line, I listen to them and then I ask and I study what they're doing. I studied the everything that they shared. And then, well, it's very good. I was really, but kasi before, I'd been active before giving. Remember the blessing before? We just go to house and give blessing. I was part of those. The very beginning, I was really part of
Giving
those.
holy wine?
Or giving holy wines, like that one. I was really one of in the front line. And we've been giving 1,000 of people doing that one. It's very inspiring, those missions. I still value those days, even until now. And then I could not get rid of those excitements. So I really, that's why I'm thinking of, if I have to raise my own tribes, I really want to do it by doing that kind of mission. Although the technology is different, but because the relationship is different, I really want to have a direct contacts with them and not just giving. No, I don't know, but I have that kind of feeling ba. talagang contact ang relationship mo na. From the very beginning, you know them and they know you. Yun ang pinakaano ko, not just only the concept na, oh, she's Mona and then she's staying in Japan. And I don't want to have that kind of concepts. So I really want to let them see na we are the same. And I'm still in the Philippines, something like that one. So anyway, maybe I'm working for my retirement. If I can retire earlier, then the better. I don't mind if I don't have enough financial money can come later if I have to. So that's my concept. I really want to.
I
Gusto
can
papasok
remember
si
what
Doc Alan. Gusto papasok
I
si Kuya
remember what
Roy.
Reverend Dunkley said that according to True Father, there is no difference between home member to full-time member. No difference.
Yeah.
Reverend Dunkley also quoted that from True Father's message. Now, going back to the early stage of our blessed life, it's really very good if we can educate those who are on their early stage. There are blessed couple already, but they are struggling, even though they have not started their family. They are really struggling because they don't know where to stay. And even my own spiritual children, I really embrace to that point that if you are the brother, then your mission country is the Philippines. If you are a sister, then go to the Philippines. But if you cannot decide on that, consider the HTM being our ultimate mission. And where will we go? Go to Mecca. Asia, according to Reverend Dunkley, is Mecca of HTM. More particularly, the Philippines, because it's the Christian country. I really pity, sorry to mention the word pity, I pity Japan. They're already in their bottleneck, not only in terms of Japan's population, but also the church members. Every Sunday when I go there, only old senior citizens, only those citizens na naka-letter C na yung pagtayo nila, kuba-kuba na sila. And you can rarely see young ones. How can we restore? How can we witness the young ones? Naghanap ako ng magiging partner ng anak ko for the PMC, Parents Matching Convocation. Wala. Among the field job, dami namin dito, 1992. Anak namin mga more or less 20 years old. During my daughter's matching, 5 brother lang ang nasa listahan. When you look onto the church list, wala. We offered one Filipino brother, 33 years old. And still we are trying to continue educating him. And we endorsed the brother to Japan Church. The leader said, we have to look for somebody at your age. Candidates here are more than 50 years old. Oh my God, they don't have young ones. 50 years old. So it's really
Welcome,
bad.
Kuya Roy.
Not
to
bad,
Amati.
but very, very challenging time. So why not Philippines? Huh? It's the best place for the STM, the best place where to start a family. My spiritual son from Philippines, blessed to a Thai in Bangkok. It's really very difficult because the sister was center leader. But about HTM, they like to have it in the Philippines. Where they like to start, what country where they start, it's also a big question between them. So as a spiritual parent, you have to truly think more, not only on their starting their family, but towards being an HTM, they have to consider really this very big challenge on our part. So we have to focus on the 43 blessed central families. We have to go back to our three spiritual children. Even if you cannot make it face to face, we can see through mother teaching us through satellite. We also have satellite national morning devotion. We can listen to them. It's like blended education. But I agree, the best is face to face. But you have to have a budget for face to face. From my house going to one barangay to meet one couple, I need 200 pesos just to meet one couple. Going back another 100 pesos for transportation only. So I need 200 pesos every time I have to visit one blessed couple. Now I have to use technology. And it was a breakthrough yesterday. I have a very good time to have a direct calling from my spiritual children, blessed couple, not only here in Japan, but also in the Philippines and also in America. And it was also just because of technology. And they are those on my list of being part of my 43 HTM. I have no choice because I'm here, even though I like to go back to Philippines. My doctor would not allow me to go where? In flight, going to Korea. No. Going to Philippines? No. Every month I have to go back to the hospital. And so I have no other way. I have no other chance but to use technology. So let's face it, it's the best to have it face to face. Yeah, the best. But since we are very limited, I'm looking on the time element. For this year, if we can revive our first 12 tribal members, then you have 12. Next year, revive your another 12 tribal members, then you have 24. On the third year, another 12, you have 36. On 2024, you only need 7 tribal members. So on year 2027, we can offer 43 blessed central families to true parents. We have to consider also our time. No? even True Mother, even God knows there is a time frame. No? 2,000 years, 400 years, 210 years, 40 years. Now we are on the second 7-year course centering on True Mother. So we have 4 years remaining, and we have to really plan with this time element. If you go back to the Philippines, make sure you have millions of pesos. That's my real experience. 430 tribal members, ipusta ko yung 500,000 pesos. Yung holy handkerchief lang, blessing kit, 100 pesos per kit. 430 times 100. You need 43,000 pesos only for the holy handkerchief, the blessing kit. So you really have to have money going back to Philippines, or even there in the Philippines when you do the horizontal witnessing. It's cheaper to make your vertical compared to the horizontal. I really computed that. I did face-to-face witnessing for my 430. Kinulang yung 500,000 ko. I have to close one of my entrepreneur company and have my capital to be used for the horizontal mission. So this is it. Now I don't have a chance to really go back. I'm waiting for the urn. This is true. Na paglalagyan ng abo and sent it back to Philippines. I don't know if I can really make it until 2027. If my doctor would say, you need to go back to the second operation, well, I have nothing more. Good if I will survive after the second operation. If I leave it to my eldest son, he doesn't know who are those 43. He doesn't know who are those 430. So where will it go? I have to revive my first 3, first 12, the 43, and give it to them. Please take care of this tribe. It's not only mine, it's you, the 43. Jesus have it, he has to pass it to San Pedro. So we have to educate. You have to educate. Even though you don't have able children, you have to educate your Kain children. This is really a struggle for me. My children are here in the Philippines. They do not know Tagalog. They do not know English. How can they really take care of my 43? So it's really a big challenge. If I'll go back to the Philippines, abo, ilagay na lang dun sa altar, dun sa bahay. What can I do for more? So take a look at whatever strategy. What we are doing now is only a technical satellite education, and we really appreciate it because it gives us education, reminders, refreshing ourselves. I hope you get my point.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much, Kuya Alan Binghen. Everyone, clap your hand. Very appreciate that. Continue to sharing and reflections. Now, we welcome to Kuya Roy. Hello po. And Tita Sonia. Good morning. Welcome po.
Galing
And
pala
this
daw si
time,
Kuya Ron.
welcome Kuya Roy to share and reflect about our topic. Yes, commit, grow, and mature together. Yes. Thank you so much.
Morning.
Good morning po.
Sorry, I'm late. Trabaho. Mag-reflect ba ako?
Yes po. Please po. Thank you so much.
I did not join the lecture.
Testimony.
Harry sent me
Testimony po. It's okay.
a testimony. Yeah, I think I saw the PowerPoint. It talks about husband and wife.
Yes po.
And, with my relationship to my wife, I think we are not thinking already of our own self. We already learn to accept each other. Okay naman yung relationship, but then go and as husband and wife. Kasi if too much we focus on our own relationship as husband and wife, we can see many things that is parang kasi nandoon yung focus mo. So, nandoon din makikita mo yung good and bad. But then if we go beyond husband and wife, sample thrive, which is ito yung ano natin ngayon, ng tribe of Messiah, then we can see kung ano yung situation ng tribe mo, anong situation, anong problems, anong dapat gawin, paano mo strategize para your whole family, not only as husband and wife, can be involved in the tribal messiahship. So that's my focus this time. Every time na mag-isip, every time na magawa ng plans, it always geared towards how we can be able to educate our tribe. So that's why this time, testimony. Of course, I have my Abel tribe. It's I did it long time ago, but then I read from Father's words that if we focus immediately to Abel tribe without restoring Cain, Satan will claim. So I have my Cain tribe in Bicol region, and then we need to strategize how we can be able to educate. This time, my eldest son who joined the YLT, 3 field job, actually 4, but 3 boys from our place. This is their last 40 days in YLT. I requested to Sir Ronnie that our field job second generations who are doing YLT, their last 40 days will be a special course for them to visit our tribe. So now they are there in Bicol. We have a 1 month program for them. 37 days program for them. So every day the visit tribes or field job there. Every day they have schedules, they have witnessing, they have Tongil Mundo, they have uh, uh, visitations, feeding programs. So courtesy calls from Mayor. So every day they are so excited in their mission there, because when we do tribal Messiah, this is what we are thinking, that our children also should understand what is tribal Messiah. We've been educating our children here, but it's really difficult for them to understand unless they will experience. So that's why we suggest that if ever we have chance, we can send our children to our tribe to do some activities in our tribe. For second generation in the Philippines, maybe it's so easy because Philippine situation is different from Japan. But for field job, really we need to send our children to our tribe. So we are so, as parents, we are so inspired that for almost 1 year already, our children, they're doing fundraising, doing activities, but then they are struggling in fundraising. Okay, so almost they want to go back here in Japan, but we said, how about we change in the last 40 days, change strategy? And I requested Sir Ronnie, please send our children to our tribe. We will have our program there. And then for more than a week only, we started 25, May 25. So more than a week only. Their concept, their spirit changed because the experience, okay, the experience itself. What is tribal messianism? The Bible says, worship God in spirit and truth. Even though how much we educate about truth, we explain to them, but then spirit should be experienced. So experience is the best education for our children to really understand what's our focus this time, our responsibility. And it is my reflection on the direction of True Mother this time is witnessing. Really, we send our children there, not only to witness our tribe, educate our tribe, but also to witness our children, for them to help us in our tribal messiahship education. Because after all, mga senior citizen, malapit na mag-senior citizen, that's what Sir Alan said, who will take care of our tribe? It's our children in the future. So if we cannot prepare them, we cannot educate them, tayo malapit na, who will take care? Who will inherit? Who will take responsibility? It's them. So my reflection is, habang maaga pa, we should involve our children in our tribal messiahship, let them take ownership, okay? And then we can assure that, yeah, while we're still alive, we help educating them, okay? Strategize, but then 10 years from now, 20 years from now, who will stand before our tribe. It's our children, it's our descendants. And last point, even though how much we do tribal messiahship, blessing the parents, if we don't have program for the children, there will be no hope. The youth is the hope of the nation, youth the hope of our tribe. So raise up the youth in our tribe. That's why we have this scholarship program in our tribe. So, and in my tribe, I have 5 scholars, and all of them already become true parents. So really, let's focus on young people, education of young people. Then we can find hope in whatever we do. That's all, and thank you and good morning.
Thank you so much, Kuya Roy. Big hand, everyone. Thank you so much for your inspiring sharing about your testimony about Tribal Messiah. Thank you so much again, Kuya Roy. Again po, good morning. And now, Tita Sonia, please share and testimony, some reflection. Welcome po, Tita Sonia.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning po.
Ay, siya na at medyo na late. Super pagod talaga sa work kagabi. Nag-usap pa nga kami ni Tire. Anong oras na yun, Tire? Mga 12 na ba yan? Pagkagaling ko sa work. Hinintay ko sana yung asawa ko. Hindi ko na rin nahintay eh. Okay, ano na nga ba yung topic? Sorry. Review lang. Commit to grow and mature together by building relationship. Wow. Very good timing. Okay, yes. This is not only intended as husband and wife. Yeah, but among peers. Yeah, we should really commit to build relationship kasi when we joined the church, really our vision and our mission is to build an ideal world. So how could we build an ideal world if we have many enemies? Yeah. So honestly speaking, talaga building relationship or good relationship is very, very difficult one. Yeah, kasi really it's a matter of really challenge to everyone. Even in our family, hindi pa rin natin maalis yung mga anong sabihin natin, mga inggitan. So inggitan talaga is many kind of that is a source of talaga na mag-away-away ang mga sisters, even though we know the principle, even in our family as husband and wife. Sino ba yung nagsasound ka na? Yeah. Okay, as husband and wife, very important talaga na we build a good relationship. Kasi honestly, when I came to Japan, I really struggled with my husband kasi especially sa communication. I really want to communicate. I don't know Japanese. And he didn't know English. Yeah. So I believe everyone is in Japan, so we have many differences with our spouses. Yeah. So that was my very first struggle when I came to Japan. Yeah. And that time 1993. So most of Japanese people, they really can't speak, or most maybe in the church I only found one person. That was the ratio that time. Only one person who could speak fluent English. And maybe two people I met in the church, they could speak English, broken English, just word by word like that. So anyway, to make the story short, yeah, when I came to Japan, I have many things to overcome with my husband family, with the members in Japan church. So I really pushed myself to quickly learn Japanese so I could really communicate with them. And luckily, in 6 months, I could communicate with my broken Japanese. But anyway, the main topic for today is to really build our relationship, yeah, with our especially with our husband, with our spouse. So because we received the blessing, yeah, the first blessing to us is to really become perfect. Yeah, what is perfect? It's not because you are good looking man or you're beautiful woman. It's not perfect actually. The meaning here is, as all we know, the meaning here is that no, we should perfect our internal self, our character. Yeah, so that we can become an ideal person, we can become an ideal spouse. But indeed, it's not easy. It's not easy because of our fallen natures. We have to really, first, we have to really fight within ourselves so we can develop ourselves. Yeah, as we develop ourselves, then that is the time that we can develop also our good relationship with our spouse. Yeah. So yeah, that is the first thing that we need to do. And that after we, yeah, even though slowly, just try our best to really become an ideal person anyway. And so that we can really build an ideal family centering on heavenly Father's blessing and ideals. Yeah. So actually, I really have to do my best even now, because I know, I believe within myself I still have many immaturities. Yeah, sometimes it's hard. It's really hard, honestly. It's really hard to love your enemy. That's why I'm still struggling within myself, because yeah, that's one thing that really Satan, yet we can prove that Satan is still within us. But anyway, as I said, slowly, even step by step, we have to really do our best to really overcome all our how do you say that, our immaturities, our fallen natures. Yeah. So yeah, building relationship, I really very thankful because we have a lot of community like this, that we are learning something, yeah, or not learning, not only the divine principle, but we are learning how to really develop ourselves, just like what we are doing every second Sunday of the month with our Madre Teresa Kittel. We have our women's group, international. So it really helps not only me, but I believe it really helps also the most of our young mothers to really build their good relationship with their spouses. Yeah. especially internal character, our internal character. And we really learn how to really appreciate each other. We really learn how to really humble or really ask when we commit some mistakes with our husband. We also learn how to say the right word, yeah, it, to our spouses, yeah, and to other people as well. So it's really a good development for everyone in the team, in the community. So I really very thankful because Sister Ture also uh exerted her effort to share, yeah, that community to everyone. And I was lucky because she had shared that to me. Yeah. Especially we here in Japan, we have not so much community. Yeah, but this time there are, yeah, many, some of our sisters are also making some communities within their areas. So we are on the process of growing also here in Japan. And it's just a matter of your self, how do you say that, yung self-determination on how you can really develop yourself just by joining like this, the education that our church have, especially also the hondoke. Even though myself I can't attend the on time, sometimes if I miss that, I try to catch up in the through YouTube, because many of our educations like the divine principle or the morning service, the morning devotion, even in America they have. And I really tried my best to go to YouTube and listen and watch the one that they uploaded in the YouTube. So yeah, sometimes I really fight with my husband because of our son. We have some different ideas, and anyway, the fighting will not last for a long time. After I burst out what I want to say, I quickly within the day, or at least after few minutes. So I'm sorry if I had told you, if I had told you something wrong. And then he say it's just okay like that. So that's a matter of really humbling yourself with each other. So yeah, sometimes we really we it's also, I think for me, it's also part of growing sometimes, because if you will not say what you feel, the other person will not know. So that's really not good also. Yeah, especially with Japanese people. they parang ano ba ang tawag dun sa kuya, nonki. Wala silang pakialam sa'yo kasi they were uh, how do you say, na ano sila na-educate, parang na-educate sila, be independent, ganun. Even from the very beginning, even sa pagkain nila, I don't know if napansin niyo when you came to Japan. I really napansin ko talaga yan kasi I was in Korea before. Korean and the Filipinos, we shared our food together. Kapag andyan na sa harap natin, di ba, we shared. But in Japan, I observed talaga, they have their own plate, they have their own, how they say, their side dishes like that. Parang ito ay para sa iyo lang, ganon. Pero sa atin, lahat yung mga pagkain dyan, salo-salo tayo. Yan ang na-observe ko dito sa Japan. So you can see the big differences in culture. At saka through that, you can really assume that they have some kind of self, how do you say that? Yung parang may pagka-selfishness ba sila sa nature nila. Kasi parang akin to, akin lang to. Kaya wag mo tong kukunin. Hindi, parang hindi ka pwedeng mag-share doon sa ganong bagay. Pag sinabi nilang akin to, wag mo yang kunin, wag mo yang papakialaman. Pero sa atin, akin to, iyo din yan, akin din to. Parang ganon ang ibig sabihin ko. Yeah. So I hope you cannot,
With the
you don't
Japanese
get me
culture.
wrong. Yeah.
So,
So
peaceful talaga.
yes. I had culture shock like that. So because I was brought in the family that we always shared together. When I was in Korea, we always shared together, even with the Korean people like that. So I really observe what's the very big difference between Korea and Japan also, because I had also lived in Korea, and both Korea and Japan. I was there for 3 years. So I was able to quickly adapt with Korean culture. However, with Japanese culture, it took long time really for me to adapt. Kasi parang I always yung hinahanap-hanap ko palagi yung nature ng mga Pilipino at saka nature ng mga Koreans. Yeah. So anyway, the most important here is first, for us to develop our relationship is to really develop ourselves. And as I've said, I really developed also a lot with our community, especially with our Tita Teresa, our Mother Teresa, because it really helped me. And I believe it also helped out our other sisters, the mothers, the women there, to really develop their good relationship with their partners. Yeah. Kasi, that is a very good education, even though we just did it for just a year. But I really feel many of our sisters is developing also their relationship with their husband. Before, I cannot control my angerness. Yeah, with my husband, I always shut up like that. But anyway, this time I could learn. Oh, it's not good. I have to control myself. Shut up your mouth, Sonia. I always say like that. So yeah. So now I could be able to control myself. And although sometimes I went, especially when I really feel very very fatigued, and not how do you say, hindi ako parang nasa sa mood na yan, sometimes pag may ginawa siya talagang not good, talaga nagbo-burst out pa rin ako. Pero at least unlike before na halos every day na parang merong kahit konting bagay lang, parang hindi ko mapalagpas yun sa kanya. But this time nakaka-overcome na. So I really thankful for all those educations. Yeah, and wag niyo sanang masamin, pero I was really thankful nung nagka-pandemic, kasi parang even though hindi tayo nakakalabas, parang that's the time na we really develop our good relationship with our family. Kasi meron tayong internet, then we could communicate through internet because we are worried about their situation. And that was also the time na my family, my sisters, we live separately. My elder sister, she live in Canada. My younger sister, she is in the Philippines taking care of my mother, like that. So that was the time that we really have to connect with each other, kasi we worried for each other. So yeah, even though pandemic had a very bad effect in the world, but in the other part, it gives a lot of things for us to reflect like that, and to really connect more internally, yeah, sa ating mga loved ones. And not only with our loved ones, with other people whom we did not meet for a long time. Yeah, and and I am also very thankful kasi through the power of the internet, we could meet many people, even though our brothers and sisters, yung mga bago hindi ko na talaga kilala, sila Kuya Roy Karumba, hindi ko na yan sila kilala, pero I came to know them, tsaka si Aimee, nakilala ko na lang sila through Facebook. Kaya I'm very glad kasi may internet tayo. Yeah, some of you I know. Si Sister Tere, hindi ko nga yan agad nakilala pero magkasama rin pala kami niyan sa mission. So, through Facebook, we could be able to connect with each other. We could be able to share with each other. We could be able to really share what we have like this. So, very, very thankful. And one thing, it's whatever we have, kahit maliit yan, malaki, kailangan in our heart, we should always be thankful. And sometimes may mga ano na hindi natin ma-reach yung parang self-expectations natin sa buhay, still be thankful. Kasi andyan naman si Heavenly Father. Yeah. The right time will come na ma-reach din natin yung mga expectations natin. So just keep going, yun lang. Even sa family natin, kung mga anak natin may problema tayo sa kanila, don't feel bad kasi that's a part of their growing as well. Kung nagwawala man sila minsan, wag niyo lang anuhin, basta just give them courage. Yeah. Encourage them always na at least they could feel they are loved by you or by their parents like that. So I could see kasi dito sa Japan, madaming mga young generations o mga second generation talagang may mga kahit ang mga parents talaga ay mga members, may mga young generations or second generation nagwawala rin sila, ayaw nilang magpa-bless, ayaw nilang mag-join sa mga church gatherings. But anyway, part lang yan. Yeah, part din yan ng kanilang development and growth. Yeah, so yeah, kasi matagal din akong na-involve sa church activities namin dito sa area namin dito sa Hiroshima. So I'm really grateful kasi most of the second generation in my area, I knew them already since they were still young nung ipanganak sila, yan, lalo na yung kabatch ng anak ko. So parang through that na nagkaroon din kami ng good relationship with the mothers. So kumusta na yung kahit ngayon nagkukumustahan pa kami. Sometimes we go out together, we band together. Yeah. Nagsi-share kami kung ano na ang mga buhay-buhay ng mga anak nila. Yeah, and sometimes I also could give advice through what I learned sa aming community with Tita Teresia yeah. And the parents they really also very grateful kasi at least pag you share with each other, especially yung mga what you had in your heart, yung mga mga burdens mo na i-share mo sa iba, lalo na kung alam mo yung community mo, they are really willing to listen to you. Yung burden mo nababawasan talaga. Hindi completely literally na nabawasan pero yung ibig sabihin mas madali mo na siyang ma-overcome kasi may napag-sharean ka, may nakapagbigay na rin sa'yo ng advices. So same way sa partner mo, kailangan kayo as partner kasi you are here because you are partner. So you have also to share with each other. Yeah. You have to share what happened to your work, you have to share. Yeah. It's not a must but it's a way of also developing your good relationship with your partner. Just like that. Yeah, kasi mas maganda yung nagsi-share kayo. O kumusta ka na? Para bang yung kung sa mga young generation na young generations na parang pag nagliligawan parang pa lang, 'di ba? Ang sweet-sweet nila. O ano nang ginawa mo ngayong araw? Nagtatanong sila kung ano mga ginawa nila. Ganyan. Parang ganun din. Yeah. Kasi I think Heavenly Father or Heavenly Parents will be happy kapag they see us now. We are happy as family or as partner, husband and wife like that. Yeah. Anyway, we are still, maybe many of us still in the process of developing ourselves, our relationship, not only with our families, but with other people also. Yan naman talaga ang goal natin eh. We could build our good relationship with each other. Yeah, with each other. Kasi we cannot build an ideal community or ideal world kung hindi natin i-develop yung ating good relationship. But first is within ourselves. Yeah. Yung sarili natin dapat i-overcome talaga natin yung ating mga fallen natures, yung pagiging immature natin na pag may nasabi lang na konti, yung ibang tao, dibdibin mo na masyado, pag halimbawa hindi mo na ini-expect mo na ganito-ganito, yung hindi na-reach yung expectation mo sa tao na yan, magalit ka kaagad. So, hindi dapat ganun. Kailangan i-understand natin ang every situation ng mga tao sa paligid natin kasi malay natin, nasabi niya lang yung bagay na yun sa'yo kasi may mga something na nahihirapan siya sa time na yun. So, kailangan we are always be open to understand, yeah, whatever. Yeah. Honestly, talaga parang na-develop ako ng gusto noong within this few years nung nagka-pandemic talaga. Kasi marami akong nakakahalimuha through internet sa mga chat-chat din namin. Minsan, like Sister Tire, minsan maaring may nasasabi din ako sa kanyang hindi maganda pero sorry may nasabi akong hindi maganda ganyan. Parang the more kasi na you really humbly become humble na mas nade-develop yung good relationship niyo sa isa't isa. Ganun. Even with my partner, pag nasabi ko na sa kanya, sorry, natuto na rin siyang mag-sorry. Honestly, Japanese husband, they never say sorry. Yeah, kahit alam nila na mali sila. Pero yung asawa ko natuto na siya ngayon na mag-sorry talaga. Unlike before, baliwala lang yan sa kanya na kahit na ano yung sitwasyon, wala. Yan ang nature. Kasi palibhasa na siya old man na siya. I mean, it's not at talagang yung ang culture nila, yan ang na-follow niya na yung parang hindi pa siya masyadong open sa world. Ganon. Kahit na member siya, ganon. Kaya yan ang observation ko. Maraming mga sisters natin dito na nag-struggle din sila sa mga husbands nila. So, I tried na to give good advices for them. Yes. Talaga reality yan dito sa Japan. Kaming mga sisters, talaga we suffered a lot kasi yung iba talaga ang nature ng mga Japanese husband kaysa mga Filipino husband. Ang mga Pilipino husband dyan ay malambing pa, magaling pa silang mambola ba. Ang mga Japanese, they are serious. Kaya wala silang bola-bola. Ganon. Hindi sila maalam ang bola or mag-please sa asawa nila. Pero yan, anyway, siguro yung mga sisters natin dito sa Japan na nagkasawa ng mga Japanese, they are strong, I believe. Internally, kaya they overcome their relationship with their husband. Of course, meron din naman, especially yung mga young generation na they never experienced what we had experienced before. Pero most talaga, I think sa 100% na nag-asawa na nagkaroon ng partner Japanese, I believe 90% over ang may problem na katulad ng sa akin. Yeah. So, anyway, pasensya na po. Parang nawala yata ako sa topic pero yan ang ko na para ma-build up yung good relationship natin, kailangang i-build up muna natin yung sarili natin. Become a perfect person internally, not as becoming beautiful or becoming handsome, not like that. Become perfect internally as what Heavenly Father is aiming for each one of us. That's why it is the first blessing that Heavenly Father gave to us to become perfect. Be perfect. Be be fruit. Then the next is be fruitful. From ourselves, we have to develop our ideal family, and then thus we can build ideal nation. Yeah, I hope ma-receive na rin natin yung third blessing ni Heavenly Father in God's right time, para hindi na tayo palagi naghihirap, para nakakapag-mission tayo. I hope. Let's all pray for that. The third blessing. Yeah, the third blessing talaga. So, I congratulate sa mga Chongbu na dito. Ako, I'm still doing my best na matulungan ang ano. So, this year, that is my goal na ma-liberate ko yung ancestors ng asawa ko. I'm doing my best. Sabi ko, kahit wala akong pera, basta I will help his ancestors to be liberated this year. Yeah. Yes. So that's all po. Thank you and have a nice day. Thank you. Back to you, Aimee.
Yes, thank you so much, Tita Sonia. Big hand, everyone. Thank you so much for your deep reflections and sharing testimony. Very inspiring. And now, time to close. Closing prayer. May I request, Tita Mona, please pray. Thank you so much. Tita Mona. Thank you po.
Please join me in prayer. We give you thanks and praise, our heavenly parents and true parents, for this beautiful morning wherein we'll be able to share and learn the root cause of our determined intentions of why we are here, why we have to really overcome our limitations and really tried our very best to really have a good relationship, to really have to develop ourselves. And we know that the basic factor for us to really overcome all these things are based on true love. So we are so grateful for my brothers and sisters who are here. I mean, this is my first time, and yet we're able to learn a lot about providence, about what we are going to do on our family, in our tribes, and the final missions that we are going to do, and that is building our heavenly tribal messiahs. So Heavenly Father, thank you so much, and we know that you are here in our midst. You are with us, and we are so grateful for this beautiful morning. And today is Sunday, and again, we have to really be able to again listen for another beautiful messages for our Sunday service. So Father, thank you so much, and all these things I humbly offer and pray in my name. Bless our family of Sunilgog. Adieu.
Adieu.
Aju. Thank you so much, everyone. Happy Sunday. And now, take a picture, please. At Tita Tere, it's okay.
Yeah. Kami?
Yes po.
Parang ano pa sa dali.
Hindi pa po.
Gumigip
Kasi
up yung mga laptop natin.
Okay.
Aimee, I can help
I'll
you.
try.
Okay po. Tita Sonia,
And then,
please po.
before we go on with that, para at least
Okay.
yung announcement.
Sister Tere,
same
bakit
din-
ang hina mo? Sorry.
Same lang din ang link. Anyway, kagabi, buti na lang na-remember ko, 10:45 na, nung nakagising ako kasi I was tired also going out. So, pareho lang din po ang link every now and
Okay
then
po.
First and third Sunday po of the month po. So,
Okay
let's
po.
just continue this. Sister Mona, please come again.
Okay.
We miss you.
Tita Sonia,
Ay, mga
Tita Mona, please show your beautiful face.
No.
Kasi si Tita Sonia po magkuha ng picture po. Thank you po. See you again, third Sunday.
Ikaw ang mag-lead tapos picture ko.
Okay po.
Perfect
Tita Mona,
naman,
show your face po.
What this time?
Wag this time. Okay po. Understand po. Okay. Heart.
Tension na nakapasok.
Sandali, hindi
Next.
ako makapag-heart.
Hindi
Sandali.
ko mag-heart. Okay po.
Sandali, mahina ang kalaban. Hinanap ko pa yung ano ko. Sige,
Kaya
okay.
ako mag-picture
Go.
kasi hindi ako makapaplastar eh.
1, 2, 3. Wait, mahina ang
Okay.
kalaban eh. Facebook
Next.
pa yun. Bakit?
Chabergi.
Ayan na. Okay.
Chabergi.
Si Badagi.
Kuya Ray,
Better
wala pang tulog yan ha.
Ibaragi dalawa kuya, wag mo lang akong gayanin kasi isa lang yung kaya kong kamay. Thank you. Ang cute ng ating brothers na naghihibaragi.
Oo nga. Kuya Rickit, Kuya Alan. Okay, next po. Songni.
Next.
Fighting. Songni.
Songni.
Thank you so much. God bless you all. Happy Sunday.
Salamat
Thank
po.
you.
See you again po. Third Sunday po.
Kuya Randy, naglalag
See
out,
you.
ay naglalag pa yung kanyang laptop.